Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jamie. In Christine today. As a lot of you are aware, I'm doing a turbo conversion. It's all together, it's boosting, kind of. As for the cooling system, I need an expansion bottle. I don't want this standard plastic thing that goes in the corner. So another sponsor has been in contact, maxpeedingrods. Those of you that watched my videos see me, I posted a video of I'm doing coilovers on my black Golf. See, I'm used to, sorry, the camera's over here, but I'm looking in the middle. I'm using my phone instead of my DJI camera. So yeah, maxpeedingrods have been in contact with me again and supplied me with another sponsor. I'm gonna open it up. It's an expansion bottle, a nice custom aluminium one. So it's gonna make the engine bay look a bit better. Well, a lot better, to be honest. I've still got loads to do on this engine bay to get it actually like proper mint. Stuff needs a strip and clean. I've literally just lobbed stuff together just to get it working, because you can't actually buy a turbo kit for an SSV6. So I'm basically having to do what I can to make it work. Then if it works, which it seems to be working pretty good at the moment, I can upgrade. Like the turbo is just a GT28 turbo. It's just like one of them cheap ones off eBay. But if it all works and it lasts, which to be honest I think it's starting to fail already. It is ploughing blue smoke out the back, quite a bit, to be honest. So yeah, let's get round to getting this open and getting it stripped. I'll be back to you in a second once I start cutting it open. I ain't got my camera on me at the minute, so it's actually a bit hard to try and hold and cut it open. Just bear with me for a second. So what we've got here, got a couple of connectors. Same again as before, got the paperwork in the bottom, as from maxpeedingrods. I will have a look at that in a second. Got fingerprints all over it. Let's have a look at this. This looks pretty good, this does. Look at the welding. That's some good TIG welding, that is. With TIG welding, it's actually quite hard to get a nice bead. That's really good. Just take you around and explain why I need an expansion bottle. Here's Christine's engine bay anyways. Yeah, I know at the moment it is actually like filthy, bit of a mess. Experimental things in here, like the fuel pump that's now got to go. I've gone for a high pressure fuel pump at the back. It's now going through this regulator that I've just bought. That needs rerouting as well. It's a bit bad having need ignition, so that needs rerouting round. yeah, the reason we need, because at the moment all that I've got is just a pipe and it's tucked behind my little bracket, and obviously once it gets up to a certain pressure and the valve inside, this valve inside, once it gets to a certain pressure, that pushes up and then it lets coolant go out. Unfortunately, it then goes out onto the floor. As you can see, it's all over the inner wing where it sprays out when it's under pressure. The point of an expansion bottle is it'll do that same job. It will push the coolant out, it'll push it into this expansion bottle as it's open, and it will then take it back when it needs it. I'm planning on sticking it where the original one actually goes. So if I can actually fit it there, that'd be brilliant. Somewhere there. Let's just have a look. Right, that's actually lining up with that stud, that original stud. What about this side? Ah, no way. No way. That is going to be so easy to install. It lines up bang on with the original 2 studs. Just need a little nut there, a little 10mm nut there, and that'll be nice and secure. You've also got these 2 that they've supplied. That's for the obviously for the coolant pipe to go to. Let's take it back off. What it looks like, you have a choice from the look of it where you can put them. So it looks like you've got a blanking plug there, same there, and even there. Okay, one underneath. Well, the original one actually goes underneath, so I might even keep that there. That'd be good, that. What I could do with is this blanking plug. I could do with another one of them, to be honest. That'd be good, because then the setup is the same as a standard capri, going from just the bottom. At least then it's got a nice clear window, so you can actually see what the actual fluid level is. So yeah, I'm going to come back in a minute once I'm actually installing that. Right, welcome back. That's that installed in place. It's actually that shiny. Look at this, it's reflecting everything. It's reflecting all the gold nuts and everything. Yeah, just put the 10mm nut on. 10mm nut there, just got to tighten them up. Like I say, this engine bay needs a really good strip and clean. But once I know 100% the whole setup is going to work, then you don't mind spending the extra money and stuff, getting everything mint. Alright, I put the pipe on the bottom, I put a clamp on. That was actually quite hard to get on because the diameter of the pipe I'm using just a bit smaller. So I'm going to just feed that up there. Feed the pipe up there. I'm going to get rid of this little fuel pump in a minute. So that's just to feed up round there, and then to there. I just need to cut this pipe off, so then it'll actually go. Could do with flushing the cooling system out. That is some rusty residue in there. Before I put a fresh coolant in to go into the bottle, so that'll be the next job, flushing the whole system out. We're back in a minute. Hello and welcome back. As you can see, I've given it pretty much a good clean out. All the new one is now completely installed. So you can see all bolted in, hose all the way around. Just gotta get a couple of clips to hold it to the inner wing, wing lip. I'm using this to fill the coolant system. I know this is a cone for putting scratchy boots on, CV gaiters, but also because it's got an hole, it works perfect as a funnel for filling coolant. Works pretty good. Used it before. Just been doing another couple of little bits, trying to tidy the HC leads up a little bit. I just need to get hold of a proper clamp for the ones this side. I have seen people doing like little clamps with zip ties, and it does actually work pretty good. Hey up. Right. Sorry about that. But yeah, back to where we got getting to. I've seen people make clamps out of zip ties, and it works pretty good. I did do it in the past, and I'll probably do it again. As you can see, oh yeah, there's actually a zip tie there from when I made it before. I know this is a bit of a bodge. It's just a bit of old braided line. Obviously, coolant temperature sensor and ignition coil lead. Obviously, because it's running over the exhaust, it's just to help protect it. I've also, where the PCV valve usually goes to the intake manifold, I've cut that off, tapped it to put a, believe it or not, a little bleed nipple from out of a brake caliper in there, and that works perfect for putting the vacuum hose on. So yeah, just get on now and start filling this up. I know you're supposed to mix it 50-50, and I will. It's going to mix anyway once it gets sucked around the cooling system. So yeah, right, I'm going to come back once I'm taking the old girl for a spin. Another thing I need to alter is this top hose being routed. It's actually a bit more of a skinnier hose I'm using now, but it was quite a big diameter like there running across. Yesterday I took it out, hence why this is here. I did cut through the hose, so yeah, come back in a minute when she's fired up. Right, here you go, this is all running. Yeah, again, I'd like to thank maxpeedingrods for working with me on the Capri project. It's supplying expansion bottle to help get the project finished. This is so close to the finishing line, and it just adds that finishing touch to the engine bay. Especially because it's an aftermarket part, it just looks like it's brilliant. So yeah, I should join you back in the next video once I'm back on Ruster. I'm going to start repairing some more of the floor. Like I say, with Ruster, I am quite far ahead, more than what you're actually seeing. It's just getting around to doing the videos, editing them and getting them uploaded. So yeah, I shall see you in the next one, and see you later. For those of you that don't know, maxpeedingrods, they all have an online page. As you can see there, maxpeedingrods. You can get pretty much nearly anything you like on here. Like I say, coilovers, turbochargers, air suspension, rod, custom rods, air suspension, air pumps, others. They also do all tools on here. I was browsing through here the other day, and if you've got an engine where you need like locking tool kits to do all sorts, timing tool kits, for all your modern engines. So yeah, Fords, Reynolds, it's also good, has exhaust expanders, and also things like this for like all your bushes on your car. I actually own a set like this, and it's brilliant for installing and taking out bushes. So yeah, let's just have a quick look on turbos. Do all sorts of turbos. For anyone that's doing a turbo conversion like mine, all different types, where you'll be able to make it suit all your needs. Dual universal pipe kits and intercoolers with turbo, and only £594. I'm going to add up into the screen my discount code, so once you get to the checkout and you add the discount code, it will actually bring the price down. Just road testing the old girl. Like I said, she's kind of boosting. It's going to just take a lot of work to actually get it perfect. But I think what my main issue is, because the boost is going through a carburetor, you can only run a carburetor at, what, 3 psi, 5 psi of fuel pressure. Once it gets boosted up a little bit, it cuts down. Right, sometimes I have issues like struggling trying to explain stuff. What I'm trying to say is, with a carburetor, you need 3 to 5 psi of fuel pressure so it doesn't overfuel it. And with boost, obviously you want more than 3 psi of boost. But say if you've got 5 psi fuel pressure and then 5 psi of boost, when them two meet, you've got 0 pressure. Hence why I think it bogs down, because as soon as you let off the throttle, it picks back up, it comes back to life. So I think that's why I'm saying I think the only way really to go is fuel injected, because you can up the fueling. Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say, is the more boost you need more fuel pressure. But at the minute, because the fuel pressure is so low, the boost is so low, there's still more boost than fuel pressure. And I think that's why it starts to pull. You start feeling the turbo pulling, and then it just dies off. So it's going to take some time to get it completely perfect and get it boosting good. I have thought about going for a Holley EFI injection. It looks like a carburetor to look at it, but it's obviously as it sounds. It's injection. It's got boost control and everything on it, so it's going to be a pretty good thing, I reckon, to have installed. So if any of you are watching out there and do have an EFI injection for sale, let me know, and I'd definitely be up for buying it. So cut this back into the video now. But keep tinkering, and eventually you get there. Someone at the side of me wants to have a play. Right, cheers. Cheers, mate.
What is it, Retro Rust?
Retro Rust, yeah. Huh? Yeah, it's doing it. test run. I've just turboed it, just trying to get it dialed in. I don't know at the minute. I'm having an issue with fuel pressure and stuff at the minute.
I'll see what it
He just said he was subscribed. There's one more. Like I say, you go through each gear, it's perfect. Until you get it to a certain RPM and it just dies off. Really, you need to get fuel injected. That's the way forward. But I'm more old school. It was made with a carburettor. I want to keep it carburettor, but just unfit. Yeah, that'll probably do. So I'll see you in the next video, and thumbs up.